Hey there, Eli Rose here. This video is going to cover the fundamentals of playing catch for your T-baller. If you have ever seen a T-baller try to play catch with one of their teammates, it's one of the most nerve-wracking things that you'll ever see, especially with a hard baseball. So we don't want to teach them how to play catch with a hard baseball. Even the soft core T-balls or baseballs that they use for T-ball are still too hard. They'll do some damage. What you want to start them off with is a sponge ball. So you can get a dozen sponge balls at Dick's for about 30 bucks. They're not cheap. Tennis balls will also work if you're on a budget. But we don't want to put a hard baseball in their hands to teach them how to play catch. So first of all, you want to explain to them that any ball that's thrown to them above their waist, fingers up. So any ball above the waist, fingers up. Any ball below the waist, fingers down to catch. And we're going to start them off without a glove. So we're going to start them off catching barehanded. Anything below the waist, fingers down. Anything above the waist, fingers up. So we want to start them in an athletic position. Feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. Both hands with fingers up, about chest high, elbows slightly extended, facing whoever's throwing the ball to them. And we want them to start catching with two hands. So have them catch with two hands, and when they catch, have them bring that ball into their tummy. So these fundamentals, again, are all built around your kid fielding a ground ball and throwing to first base. And part of the fielding fundamentals is once they receive the ball and the alligator chomp it, the alligator's going to eat it and bring it into their belly. And the reason they're bringing it into their belly is it gets their hands in a good position to break their hands and get into their power position. You'll notice at the higher levels of baseball, your fielders, especially, let's say you're turning a double play, the shortstop goes to the second baseman, he catches it chest high. He's going to catch it and short arm that ball back to his throwing position. So he has a quicker release. We're not to that point yet. We want to teach them the proper fundamentals of breaking their hands and having a long arm. When they get older and more advanced, if they're an infielder, if they wind up being an infielder, middle infielder, we can adjust them and have them get that arm up quicker to their throwing position. But for the sake of a T-baller, we want to teach them the proper mechanics of throwing. That starts with, a big part of that is the handbrake and having a long arm like a pitcher to get up into their power position. So every time they receive that ball, again, start with two hands, so they're going to catch it with two hands, and every time they catch it, bring it in to their stomach. That's getting their hands in the proper position to break and get into the power position. It's also teaching them to receive the ball. So one challenge you'll probably run into is they'll stab at the ball, especially when you get a glove on them. They'll swat at it or they'll stab at it. Even sometimes when they're barehanded, they'll try to stab at the ball instead of catching the ball and receiving the ball. We want to teach them to catch and receive, and when they receive it, bring it down here to their belly, in the alligator's belly, where they can break their hands and get into the power position. So start with two hands. They're going to catch with two hands. Once they get comfortable, have them catch with just their glove hand. So once they get comfortable catching with two hands barehanded, have them start catching with their glove hand, bringing it down into the alligator belly and getting ready to transition it to that other hand to get up into their power position. So once we get their glove involved, we still want to have the same ready position. We still want to see their palms. So we want to see both palms pointed at the thrower, same position that they were in, barehanded. They just now have a glove on their glove hand. We want to reinforce, hey, if it's below your waist, fingers down, above your waist, fingers up. And when they have their hands, when they're in their ready position to catch, you can have them rest their throwing hand on the side of their glove here. That's ultimately how we're going to teach them to catch pop-ups. We're going to teach them to catch pop-ups two-handed with that other hand supporting the glove right here, resting on the side of the glove. It allows them to get into that glove quickly. So you'll see the pros catch one-handed. They're pros. These they're professional players. These are T-ballers, and we're trying to teach fundamentals. And the reason that we want that hand resting on that glove and supporting that glove, it's quicker for them to get into that glove and get the ball. So fingers up, hand resting on the side of the glove. You're also going to have them put it straight in front of their face where they can't see the person throwing. You'll get this a whole lot. They're going to put that glove right in front of their face, about chest high. So chest high, ready position. When they receive it, when they catch it, squeeze it and receive it. When they catch it, squeeze it and receive it. Get that hand in there. Bring both hands to the alligator's belly. And that gets them in a position to break their hands and get into the power position. So again, fingers up, throwing hand resting on the glove, arms extended out slightly. When they catch it, squeeze it, get that other hand in there to transition the ball, bring it into the alligator's belly, break their hands and get to the power position. So one potential issue you'll run into again is them stabbing at the ball, swatting at it, pushing towards it. If that's the case, have them start with their arms fully extended. So if they don't have an issue stabbing, we can just have slight bend in the elbows. If they have an issue stabbing, extend their arms fully out, catch out here, and then bring it in. If we get their arms all the way out, they can't stab at it. So push their arms all the way out, have them catch it, and receive it again. That's if they have a swatting or a stabbing issue. So those are the fundamentals of playing catch. I also ordered Mason a Skills face protector. It's primarily used for softball, but baseball players use it as well. But it's just it's a face mask that goes on his hat. It's not a full helmet. And once he gets comfortable catching, doing these drills, we'll put the face mask on and we'll transition from those foam balls, from the foam balls to an actual baseball. So those are the fundamentals of playing catch for your T-baller. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you and your kid out on the field soon. Thank you.